The broadcast is live. Yay. Happy Friday, everybody. Good morning to me. Good afternoon to you. Good night to somebody else. How is everybody doing? It is Friday, the 23rd. I can't believe the month is almost over. Not only is the month almost over, the year is also coming to an end. Yes, unbelievable. Time has flown by so fast. It's time we start looking at our goals, see what you've accomplished so far, and start working on what it is that you haven't accomplished and figure out a way how you're going to accomplish that either before the year ends or in the new year. So, I don't know who's here today. I truly hope and believe that somebody will join us here. We couldn't do the show yesterday, but we are here today. And the topic for today is investing in yourself. The importance of investing in yourself. And not only investing in yourself, but invest in yourself early enough. The earlier, the better. All right. So, why am I talking about this topic? Several factors play into this. Okay. Like I said, it's towards the end of the year. It's time to evaluate if you've met your goals for the year. I've been doing that myself. And I've been tracking to see how far I have gone with the goals that I planned for this year. And so far, it looks good, but there's some things that I could do better. So those are the things that I need to kick my gear up for the next remaining months, so that I can make sure that I can finish working on them, and at least if possible, but if not, then some things can go to the new year, but the very important ones need to be done right away. So guys, I am tired, I tell you. I just came from work last night. I worked last night. I just came from home. I just came from work. I took my kid to school, and here I am. And this is part of what is called investing in myself. So, as you guys know, I started working with Amma a few months ago. So, I have been learning a few things here and there. And of course, she gave me this opportunity to come over here. So, I just wanted to share a few things about why it's important to invest in yourself, and the fact that we cannot keep blaming people in our past. We cannot keep blaming our parents. We cannot be blaming our relatives. We cannot be blaming our siblings or whoever it is, that person that was supposed to have taken care of you, whether it's your education or just to make sure that you are ahead in life. It's unfortunate that sometimes the people that we hoped that will get us ahead in life don't necessarily do so, because of different reasons. Maybe they don't even know any better themselves. Maybe they don't have resources. Maybe they don't have the time. Maybe they don't think it's important, or they even think like, okay, that is something you should have learned in school. So, it's still your responsibility as a person. 100% you are responsible for your own self, for your financial affairs, for your career affairs, for your health affairs, relationship affairs. It's all you. It's all on you. 100% on you. And the sooner that we can accept that fact, the easier it will be for us to tackle the issues that we have inside of our lives. Most of the time we are in disagreement, we tend to put the blame on other people. Some people will say it's because of where I come from. We didn't have the resources. My parents didn't have the money to take me to college, or whatever reason it is, and of course, some of those reasons may be legitimate, but the truth is, once you get to a certain age in life, matter of fact, once you get to 18 to 21 years, you are responsible for yourself. Okay, you are a registered citizen for whatever country it is, and you are 100% responsible for your financial affairs, for your career affairs, for your health affairs. You start being responsible for everything all round. So, this topic of investing in yourself is very important to us all, and especially for those people who are younger, who are trying to figure out life and how to get ahead. There are some things that me myself, I wish that somebody had taught me earlier. I wish some of these things I had learned in my 20s. I wish some of these things would have been taught in school, but the truth is, like, they're not taught in school, and some of them I didn't learn. I didn't come across somebody that could teach me those things. But we still have to make up for the lost time. We have to redeem and make the best out of the situation. Okay. So, with investing in yourselves comes the topic of personal development. So, one of the things that is very important when it comes to investing in yourself is developing yourself. So, that means that you start developing the discipline or the positive virtues that lead to productivity, that lead to progress. Okay, so if you are that person that just doesn't care about time, or just think like you have all the time in the world, or these are things that I can do later in my 30s, in my 40s, it's time for me to party now. I would caution you to go easy and to reevaluate uh, your situation, because the sooner you can get on the right track, the easier it is going to be for you later. Okay. So when some people are hustling hard and trying to figure out how their future is going to look like, you who will have made prior preparations, you will be in a much better state. You know, you can chill and relax and travel and do whatever you want to do. All right. So, what is the first thing that you want to do? You want to improve your skills. Of course, most of us, we have what we learn in schools, what we get in formal education. The when you go to college, you learn a certain trade. It could be engineering, could be a doctor, could be a nurse, could be, name it, whatever it is that you learn. At some point, you realize that the basic knowledge that you learned in school is not enough. It can only take you so far. Okay. So that brings the need to do certifications, the need to do extra seminars, conferences, um, anything extra that can put you ahead of everybody else. Okay. So, like, say, for example, for me, I went to school for nursing. Okay. Now, if you do nursing, or say, for example, if you just go and do basic teaching and you just get comfortable and you're like, oh, I'm a teacher, I'm a nurse, or I'm an engineer, and you just learn the basic knowledge in school, that's not going to take you anywhere. You have to keep up with the world. You have to keep up with the affairs that is going on. So, in other words, you continually have to improve and build on what you already have, if you have to be marketable and if you have to stay competitive enough in the market. Okay, so improve your skills, whether it's your career, whatever it is that you're doing. You can't just settle for what you learned in school. Try to improve on that, and if it means acquiring new skills, you can do that too. Um, Anything is learnable. anything, as long as you put your mind into it. If you try it and you fall down absolutely flat on your face, it doesn't mean it's the end of the world. You can give it a try again, or you can actually change gears and try something else. It's a big world. There is so much that you can do only if you give yourself a chance and you actually take a step. Okay. So, with improving your skills, you have to really learn to manage your time. Uh, because if you're already, say, doing your 8 to 5, you are doing your 9 to 5, and maybe you come home, you have kids to take care of, kids have activities to do, or some people even have 2, 3 jobs. So people say, okay, so I'm already working 3 jobs. Where do you expect me to get the extra time to learn a new skill? Or where do you expect me to get the extra time to do extra courses or go a little higher in my education? When you realize how important that is in terms of propelling you forward in your future, then you have no option but to make that time. Like for me now, I would wish to have come, take shower, and just go to bed. But if I do that, guess what? In the next year or so, I'm probably going to find myself in the same circumstances. And no, I don't want to get myself in the same circumstances because I've already experienced it so far and I want more. So, guess what? That means you have to go an extra mile. You have to cut back on that sleep. You have to take those extra classes. You have to go to those conferences. And yes, all these things are going to involve spending money. So, yes, you're going to cry about going working those 2, 3 extra shifts. And yes, you have to take that money again and use it to pay for your conference, for your seminar, for your coaching, whatever it is that is going to get you steps ahead. Okay. Then you have to figure out, what are some of my weaknesses? Okay. Strengths, weaknesses. Strengths are going to help you. You already know that. But in order for you not to stall back, you need to figure out what are your weaknesses and find a way of improving them, or at least working on them such that they don't derail you. Okay. Like, for example, the issue of time management. Once again, if you're not a good time manager, you will find all the excuses why you can't do anything. I mean, you will find a reason why you can't do this, you can't do that, because I'm tired, because I gotta go to work, because I have kids to take care of. Most people have all those things already going on in their schedule anyway, but they still make the time. So the choice is yours. Um, I don't think there's an easy way around it. Honestly, I don't think there's an easy way around it. For those who have an easy way, please share for us. But for the most part, most people, there is a chunk of time whereby it's gruesome. You have to go through the motions every day, whether you like it or not, in order for you to get ahead. So yes, try to figure out what are your weaknesses and work on them so that they can, instead of them pulling you backwards, you can leverage them to move ahead. Okay. Then you have to be aware aware of your surroundings, aware of the people around you, because sometimes you find people are just so caught up within themselves, and they're not even aware of what's going on around them. Okay. Like now, the Queen of England died. uh, Honestly, there's some people who may not know that. Why? Because they are so caught up in the little world that they are in, that anything else that is happening around them doesn't matter. So even if an opportunity crosses by, even if somebody comes that is supposed to help them to, be steps ahead in their life, or do something that is going to get them ahead in life, they are not even aware about it because they are so caught up in their own little world. Especially those like me who used to call ourselves, we are introverts. People say, oh, I'm an introvert. Hey, Sister Amma, good morning. Well, it's evening for you over there. Thank you for being here. Um, I even forgot what I was saying. Yeah, so improve your awareness. There's people all around us, people that can help us, like in whatever you're working on, so that you can get ahead, or whatever it is. Be aware of your surrounding. Be aware of the people around you. Sometimes you could be looking for something, and there's people around you, but you get so caught up in yourself. So allow yourself to be open and intermingle with other people and be aware, so that you can capture those opportunities when they come by. The other important thing is you have to set personal time that you can actually evaluate things. And before you go to evaluate, you have to set time whereby you write down. I know I keep talking about this goal thing every day, every day. I am sorry. Goals are the ultimate. If you don't have a goal, then it's kind of like not having a direction. When you have a goal, it's the compass of your life. It directs you which way you should go. If you're supposed to go north and for some reason you start drifting to the east, yeah, once you evaluate or once you review, you're going to realize, okay, I don't think I'm headed the right direction. I need to veer a little bit towards the north, because that's where I'm headed. So yes, for me, goals has become a very, very important thing, and I review them daily. I look at them in the morning when I wake up, and in the evening I look at them again, and I ask myself, okay, today, what did I do that took me steps closer towards this particular goal? Did I do anything today that is going to put me closer to this goal? Or what is it that I didn't do today that could derail me from reaching my goal? Okay, so you have to set that personal time where you can look at your goals and look and see, are you making any progress? Are you stagnating? Do you need help to work on a particular goal? You know, all that. So set time apart for yourself so that you can do evaluation, you can do a review. You can even have time to think through for yourself if you need to make any changes on your goals, or if whatever it is that is not working, give yourself that opportunity to think through. Because sometimes we get so caught up, like those of us like me that have young kids, we get so caught up in your everyday activities, going to work, come home, clean, cook, bathe babies, you got to put them to bed. And most of the time, honestly, by the time the kids go to bed, you are exhausted. You are exhausted to even think like, okay, I need to sit up for another 15, 20 minutes to figure out my life. So we just go to bed, and then another day comes, and you find that sometimes even half of it is wasted because you didn't go to bed having a plan of what you're going to do the following day. Okay, so give yourself time, plan for the day, plan for your the next day, and you give your brain time to think through it, through the night as you sleep, so that in the morning when you wake up, you actually start working on those goals that you have set for that day. Life is hectic, but to avoid that, help make time to plan. Oh yes, I think planning is a major thing, honestly, because if you don't plan, then like they say, you're planning to fail. And at the same time, you can have goals all you want, but you have to have a plan on how you're going to get to the end product. Okay, so have a vivid idea of what you want in the end product, then bring it here to the table as your goal, and then have steps to lead you to that final goal. Yeah, so you have to make time. I don't care how busy it is. You have to make time if you want to get ahead. Um, I also talked about the need to learn new skills. Okay, If you are a teacher like Amma, or if you're a nurse like me, or if you are a cook, you know, if you're a hairdresser, if that is something that you've been doing for so long and you feel like you are stuck, you're stagnated in that, don't think that you are destined to that. You can develop something else. You can learn new skills. Um, I laugh because when I actually went to nursing school and I graduated, I was like, yay, we finished nursing school, we are good to go, we just need to get a job and, just go up in the ladder, do management or whatever it is, and, I'm good. But then now that it is a decade and above, and I'm like, oh my God, I wish somebody could have told me that that was not the end of the road, that was not the end of the road. That was just the beginning. So here I am trying to make up for lost time. Now I'm not regretting, I did the best that I could with the time that I had at that time. But when you know better, you do better. You just don't waste time anymore. You grab everything that you can within that short period of time. Skilling up is a critical part of breaking free. Oh my God, Coach Amma, say that again. Ah, yes, yes, you have to skill up. There's no way you're going to break free. There's no way you're going to come out of that rat race if you're going to be doing the same thing over and over, refusing to make time for you to learn something new. Hey, Kwame, how are you? You're going to find yourself in the same cycle. And Kwame, let me tell you now, you're a new nurse, right? Don't you get comfortable with your license and say, oh, I'm a nurse. Now I've arrived there. I can work all the doubles that I want. I can pick up extra shift that I want. Don't you get comfortable, brother. You can test those test those waters, but then work hard. If you want to go up the ladder, that's great. But the most important is to acquire other skills that you don't necessarily have to use in that field. You know, our goal here, as Amma says, we talk about progressive toxic topics, and most importantly, is to break free. You don't want to be tied down to a particular job, to a particular company, because you are depending on them for your livelihood. Our goal here is to break free. Start that business, start whatever it is that will bring help you to become financially free. That's Kwame again. Yeah, so he's a new nurse, and I'm happy for him. I'm really, really happy for him because it's work. Nursing school is work, especially when it comes to doing the skills as well as the clinicals. Yeah, it's not always easy for, especially those of us over darker pigmentation. Sometimes they can make it a little harder for you, to be honest. But you have to remember your why and you push through. And for those of us who believe in God, you pray to God and you do your part. And yeah, you pray to God and you do your part and you keep going. You push through. I'll tell you, like for me, when I started the nursing program, we had about how many Africans? We had 12 Africans from different parts of Africa. By the time we were graduating, it was only two of us. It was me and another Cameroonian lady. The rest of them, they got kicked out one by one, I mean, like sometimes somebody would just miss a point five of a point five. Like they'll score 74.5%. And that point five, you get kicked out. Sometimes, other people of other pigmentation, they can get the same points, but they'll probably go to the instructor and say, they argue whatever question out and they end up getting that point five or 1 point extra, and puts them at 75 or 75.5 or something, and they end up passing the class. But yeah, the struggle is real out here. It is real. Breaking free financially needs multiple skills that you learn. Oh my God, Sister Amma always hammers on these on these points. If anybody will ever say that they never heard it, they'll be lying. Especially if they have been visiting Amma Manson's channel, the main channel, and this one. If you ever say that you never ever had Sister Amma talking about how you need to progress, how you need to learn new skills, how you need to learn Facebook, how you need to learn YouTube, and all these things, she has put all these things out here for us. So you grab it, whichever you think speaks to you, grab it. Okay, like I told you guys, I just came from work. Okay, I would have loved to take a shower and go to bed, but no, no, I can't. I have to redeem the time that I have at hand now. And so here I am with you guys. And I really thank you for those who are here to spend this time with me as we figure out how to make ourselves better by investing in ourselves. Okay. You have to spend money on yourself. Um, I know Sister Hama has talked about it here, and I've also read it in other sources. The fact that when you make money, whatever money you make from the employment that you have to take out at least, even if it's at 10%, and invest back in yourself. Okay, you can take out your tithe, you can take out another 10% for investing, money, stocks, or whatever, but you have to put another 10% back into you. So that means now you have money to do the skills that you need to do. Those who need coaching, that's the money you're going to use for your coaching. Stop sending money to people in Africa all the time and not considering yourself. I'm not trying to be mean. Don't get me wrong. But put yourself fast. Put yourself fast by giving yourself that 10%. If something is left over and you're able to give it, well and good, help where you can. But put yourself fast if you want to learn these skills and get ahead. Um, who's this? Oh yeah, thank you. I'm even too old to break my back. Oh my God, Brother Kwame. You're just starting and you're already complaining about backache. But you're a tall guy. You're a tall guy, so you gotta watch your back. So my advice for you is that if you want to do bedside for a little bit, just to have a feel of it, you can do that. But you want to break out of that as soon as possible and branch into um, something else that you wouldn't have to do a lot of pulling and picking and lifting and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But yeah, that's so funny because I know you're younger than me. You can't say you're too old. Most of us struggle to qualify in the professions. Yes, yes. You may have the qualifications, for your profession, but that doesn't automatically put you at a higher level. It's chances are that other people may get better chances than you. So do what you can to break free out of that. That for me, that is my goal. I'm doing what I need to do right now so I can break out of that. I love nursing with all my heart. It's one of those professions I was like, it spoke to me. But then it gets to a point where you're like, yeah, this is not cutting it, you know. It's not cutting it. We gotta try something else. So learn those new skills. Explore your talents. I know they talk about it all the time. Oh, you have to know your talents. You have to know your strengths and all that. And some people sometimes they're like, how do I know my strengths? How do I know my? I forgot the word for it. I forgot the word for it. But you have to be in tune with yourself. That is what has helped me to figure out some of the things that I'm actually capable of doing that I never thought that I could do. because I always thought like, okay, it's what you learn as a trade is what you learn in school. But the truth is, we can do way much more than we allow ourselves to think. You just have to allow yourself to try something, and then you probably even realize you're way better at it than you even thought. So be gracious to yourself and give yourself an opportunity to try things that you don't even think they are for you. Okay, like I always say, I never thought I could come to social media, you know, but here I am. Um, I'm, I'm, I'm not like, one of those super people that know how to have great conversations like Coach Ama, but here I am giving myself an opportunity to explore and see, okay, is this something that I can actually do? If I can do it and I can help change one person, two people's life, then that's good enough. It makes me happy at the end of the day, you know. Oh yeah, you need to explore your aptitudes so you can monetize on them. Are you having class today? Just wondering. Are you still doing Facebook monetization and YouTube? I know today is Friday. The classes are coming at some point. Your teaching salary was not cutting it. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you, I have picked up extra shifts, eh? Just like you are doing all those extra tuitioning, going from one city to another, driving an hour and a half, 2 hours, from somebody house to somebody house. Yes, for me, I have done extra shifts. I have done 5, 6 days a week. I try to rest one day, for the Sabbath, but other than that, I've done it and I'm like, this can't continue. It's not cutting it. And besides, as you get older, like Kwame is saying here, your strength is not the same. The strength that I had 10 years ago is not the same now. Matter of fact, now I'm just like, when I'm thinking of going to work, I'm like, oh my God, how many patients am I going to have today? What kind of patients are they? How all that kind of has, I have to think about all that. Now, not that I have complete control over it, but I just wish I didn't have to do it. I wish I could do something a little different, which I am working on. I'm not just sitting here blabbing like, oh, I wish I could do something different and not working on it. No, I am actually actively working on that. So, in all this, we can talk about the goals, we can talk about our objectives, we can talk about all the good things that we need to do to propel ourselves ahead. But most importantly is you have to make sure that you're in good health. If you're not in good health, then all these things you may not be able to accomplish. You may not be able to do them. Okay. So put yourself first and consider what your diet is. Consider to do some exercise. Um, Consider to have vitamins. Consider to drink enough water. Okay. Consider to have personal time that we talked about earlier, time to meditate and try to get all that garbage that is in your head out so that you can put important things in your head. Okay. So put yourself first, health wise, so that you can be available and in good health to carry out all these other things that you like to do. Different baskets. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by different baskets, Kwame? Hello, Facebook user. How are you? I don't know who it is. Um, Prioritize them. Yeah, but it is actually a joy for me to be here and to be able to share a few nuggets with you guys. Um, I am not where I need to be, but I'm a work in progress. I am determined to go this course, however tough it may be, because, like I always say, I don't have another option. Like, I don't have an option to drop this, because if I drop it, then guess what? I'm going back in the same cycle that has not worked for me. So I have no option than to keep at this. Okay. Um, the other last thing I want to talk about is the fact that we need to have a system for measuring our progress. What gets measured, what, um, let me make sure I get that sentence right. What you track, you can measure. If you don't track it, you can't measure it. I had the tendency to keep things in my head. Okay. And I'll tell myself, I need to lose this number of pounds. I need to do ABCD. I need to do my master's. I need to do this. And it will be just like things to do in my head. But in most cases, they never used to go anywhere, because how do I track whether I'm making progress on them or not? It wasn't a system whereby I can say, okay, I've checked one step, another step, and another step to get me closer to that goal. So now these days, I have to literally write them on paper. And guess what? I'll keep showing you guys this diary, this progress planner. This book here has been my savior, The Progress Planner by Emma Manson. It's chunky, so it's I don't even know if you guys can see. It's very chunky. It has enough pages here. And this planner has helped me to have my monthly goals. If there are any important dates, notes, and all that, I have my goals for the day. What is it that I learned for the day, and what are my successes? What can I do better? Blah blah blah. This has been my to-go thing. Okay, so you need to be able to have a way to track whatever it is that you're doing. Like I showed you guys the other day with my weight loss plan, I actually have it penned down. What is my expectation for weight loss for every week? What it is that I'm doing in order for me to lose those pounds for that particular week. And then at the end of the week, I measure myself and then I put the new weight besides the expectation. So with that, I'm able to look back and say, did it go up? Did it go down? If it went up, why did it go up? It gives me a system to track and be like, okay, I'm actually on track with what I need to do. And so by roughly December, I should be at my goal. Now, my main goal is for March next year, but I have a sub goal that I need to meet by December. And so this keeps me in track. Okay. Every week, I'm able to look at it and be like, okay, this is where I am and this is where I'm going. So I'm just using this and as an example, um, to just bring awareness that if you want to know that you're making progress, then you have to write it down and be able to track all the little things that you say that you're going to do towards that particular goal. Are you doing them? And are you getting closer to your goal or not? Okay. So invest in yourself. Yes. If it means getting you a planner, invest in that. If it means getting you a coach to show you how to plan, invest in that. If it means investing in skills, new skills, for Facebook, for YouTube, oh yeah, I've learned more skills that Amma has taught me on the side that I wouldn't put over here. But yes, invest in yourself. Um, Anything that it is, invest in yourself. Put it down and have a system of tracking to see, are you making the progress where you need to go? Are you derailing? What is derailing you? Make that time and look back and forth, what it is that you can adjust, stuff like that. Okay. I mean, putting your eggs in different baskets. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I see what you mean now. Yeah, you can't just say, okay, I'm a nurse now, I've arrived, I'm just going to do extra shifts and that's it. No. We've learned the importance of diversifying your portfolio here. So go to work, yes, but take that money when you get and invest in different places, including yourself. Okay, including yourself. Not where I want to be yet, but certainly not where I used to. Oh, talk about it, Sister Amma. When I think about it, when you say you've already done 4 years, I'm like, oh my God, 4 years already. And here you are. I see so much progress. Those of us who are starting out get hope. It is very encouraging that actually the process works. You can't give up. You can't throw in the towel and say, okay, I'm done for and expect to see a change or expect for you to be in a different level. You can't. You have to stay with it. You have to, I don't know, you have to stay on it. You just have to do what you got to do if you want to be in a better situation. Okay. I'm sure you guys have also seen my co team members here. Marcy was here the other day. She's an amazing woman and with a very humble heart. I've enjoyed being with her in the Confident Communicators class. And we are all talking about what it is that we could do to make ourselves better, investing in ourselves to make our speech better, investing in ourselves, learning new skills. Like for her, she loves to garden. That's her thing, you know. Um, she loves anything nature, name it, the river, the park, the water, the flowers, the vegetation. That's her kind of thing. And, it makes her unique in her own way. And I really like that, sister. Every new process is uncomfortable. Oh my God, Kwame, tell me. Tell me about it. Like I say, I used to come from work. I should be asleep now, and then here I am, the process, like uh, where do these people come from? They say the process. The process is uncomfortable, that's for sure. But you are guaranteed to have some fruits at the end of the day. So you have to plant during your season. You have to plant during the spring, you know. You have to cultivate during the summer so that you can get some fruits come in the autumn. And then winter, you can just sit in the house, light up the house, put all the decorations and enjoy. But for now, we have to grind. We have to grind. We have to grind. You cannot sleep out when you're breaking free. You know what I remember, Sister Amar? Was it last weekend that you had gone to? I don't know what that was, but I know you were nicely dressed, and you were nicely dressed early in the morning before you went to eat with your daughter, and I think it was something about the speaking engagement. And so you it was so funny the way you said it. You say those of us who still haven't made it, we are here up. For those who have already made it, they are at home relaxing. But here we are. I mean, it could apply both ways. Like there are those who really haven't made it and they don't care, they're asleep. And for those who have truly, truly made it, they don't have to get up there early in the morning. They're at home chilling out. So, yeah, you do a good job of modeling to us what the whole concept of breaking free looks like. It is not easy. It is not fun. I will tell you that. I see you wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning. No, not 5 a.m. Matter of fact, that's like one of those days when you're writing paper until 5 and you still have to get up and go to your full-time job. Oh my God. Yeah. So you model for us and we see the reality of it. So you can either, like the Americans say, get with the program or don't do the program. The choice is yours. And guess what? 3 years, 5 years down the line, you're probably gonna be in the same circumstances. The choice is yours. Unfortunately. The choice is yours. If you haven't made it, you have no business chilling. It's not funny. It's just the way you say it. True. I mean, you have no business chilling. Like I used to waste time watching movies. Like I told you guys last time. I anyway, I even quit watching the Nigerian movies maybe 5 years ago. But I had this habit of watching married married women of Atlanta or something, married to medicine, something like that. Some show that usually comes on Sundays, and 90 days or something. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't keep doing this. These are people that we are watching on TV that get paid so much money for whatever episode that we watch, depending on how many people watch. So I'm literally sitting there and making somebody else rich while I could utilize that hour and learn one more thing that can get me a step closer to where I need to go. Why would I sit there and be watching Married to Medicine of Atlanta? Why? And these are women who have literally made it. They're just showing us videos of them living their everyday life when they've already made it. So I can't be chilling watching that stuff when I haven't made it to where I want to be. No, I can't. I can't. Actually, that's a show we used to watch with my husband every Sunday. And now he can't believe that I'm never available on Sundays to watch any show. Not even just on Sundays. I don't watch TV anymore. I may watch news every once in a while because he likes to watch news every day at 6:30 p.m. Sometimes I just sit there and watch it, but I don't literally waste my time anymore watching any of those housewives or married to medicine or whatever, because like I say, these are people who have already made it. I have no business sitting over there giving them free TV time whereby they're making money out of me. No, I could use that time and I could use that time and do something better for myself. That 1 hour, I could use it to read some material that we could discuss about here. You know, that 1 hour, I could use it to learn a new skill, whatever it is. I could go do yoga, something relaxing for my mind. I could learn a new language. I could start learning, I don't know, Chinese, French, I don't know. But I'm not wasting my time doing that anymore. You say you don't know how to turn on TV. I don't blame you. How would you know how to turn on TV? Amma? Amma will come straight from work, boom, to her office. The first time I saw that, I was like, huh. I mean, of course, you greet people, you greet your kids, you do your thing, but you meant business. And you don't just waste time unnecessarily doing, unnecessary things. So that's some of those skills that I look, not skills, but some of those good habits that you've developed over time that I believe have gotten you to where you are. And of course, are going to take you to greater lengths. So, yeah, you don't care about the TV. For me, I'm actually waiting for my son to break the TV because he's always throwing something at it. He's always pulling at it. So I am waiting for it to break so I can say no more TV in this house. I hope my husband doesn't hear this. But I'm just waiting for it to break and then be like, yeah, no more TV in this house. Let's do some constructive things. Yeah, yeah. Soon, maybe I may be on TV too, have my own show. Let some people watch me. No comedy, no reality TV. Oh my God. Coach Ava, thank you. Thank you for keeping me company over here. You are awesome. You are so awesome. I was listening to the video that you did today about the idea that people keep saying, oh, 40 is the new 20. Lies. No, lies. Lies. Young people, those of you who are 20s, please, this is your time. This is your season. Don't party too much. Party at the same time, do something constructive with your life. Invest, save. Okay, by the time you hit your 30, if you're going to get married and have kids, you already have something secure. These are some concepts that some of us like wish we learned way earlier. But like I say all the time, I can't sit here and say, oh, my parents didn't do this or they didn't teach me in school. At some point you just have to be 100% responsible for yourself. 100%. I don't care which area of your life it is. Your career, your health, your finances, anything, name it, your relationships. You can't be blaming all and say, oh, it was not actually my choice. They hooked me up. Oh, it was because my mother said, oh, you can't. You can't sit there and point fingers at other people all day as the cause of your problems. Where is your responsibility? You have a brain too. You can choose what you want or what you don't want. Just because somebody said, I think this good thing is good for you, you don't have to take it. Make your own judgment. But yes, I am one of those people who are rooting for young people who are coming up. Like when I see the new nurses at work, oh my God, I'm just like, little girl, come here. I always like to give them unsolicited advice. And I tell them straight up, I say, look, I've been in this profession for a while. Um, and I will advise you whether you want to listen to my advice or not. You may find it helpful in another maybe 3, 5 years down the line. I don't know. You may find it helpful now. But I just choose to give them unsolicited advice because that is the advice I wish somebody had given me 5, 10 years ago. So if I can plant that seed in somebody and maybe one day the light bulb goes on sooner than it would have, that has made my day. That is the difference that I've made in somebody else's life, you know. Yeah. So like the other day we lost a patient. I think it was around 3 a.m. and the nurse that had the patient was a new nurse. She's only 21 years old, and this is her first job. This is her first year. And she had actually called me the day before, and on that particular day, because the patient was having difficulties breathing. And so, I don't mind whatever it is that I can help and share, and I don't mind. So I had been in the room a few times to help her with the patient. So when they finally called and said that she's not breathing, I was like, oh my God. She was a full code, and we had to do the whole 9 yards, trying to get her back. But unfortunately, we lost her. So this little girl, I call her a little girl because she's only 21. She cried the whole time. She bawled out. She couldn't even collect herself together to, to document anything. She was completely lost in her own world. So we had to like give her time to recollect herself, get her emotions together, and then help her with, a few documentations here, call family, blah, 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 blah. So what am I trying to say? I give unsolicited advice that somebody may find useful someday, right away. Who knows? So if I can help that one person, to me, that means everything. That means everything. But the point of us here today really is about the importance of investing in yourself. Invest in yourself, and the earlier the better. Don't wait until you get in your 30s, 40s to start investing in yourself. Do it so that you can later get time to do things for yourself. You can just chill at home. when the others are running up and down trying to figure out, what to do with their life, and here retirement is coming, they don't have enough money that they're going to be getting for their retirement. You will already have all that figured out. So yeah, give unsolicited. But that unsolicited advice, the good thing, it doesn't fall on deaf ears. I believe most of the people actually love hearing that kind of advice because it's free. You're not paying for it. You know, some people are not lucky to have somebody in their life that would tell them things point blank like that. People like to be, like people like to be told, oh, it's okay, don't worry, it's not your time, time will come. Those nice, sweet words, that really don't take you anywhere. They don't do any good. But I like you because you just hit the nail on the head and you're like, this is it. You cut through the chase and be like, it is like this or like this. Which one do you want? The choice is yours. So, yes, I really, really, really like your unsolicited advice. Who hooked you up without your participation? Well, because people just like to place the blame on somebody else. If something goes wrong, it's easier to say, oh, somebody hooked me up. It wasn't my choice, or my mother said this is a good woman for me, So you can blame your mother and not blame yourself because you actually accepted to get in a contract with that particular woman or man. So you have a responsibility. So stop blaming people. It just gets to a point whereby stop blaming people. It is your fault. So what are you going to do to fix that problem? What are you going to do to fix that fault going ahead? What are you going to do to redeem yourself? Stop blaming people. You blame your mother, you blame your relatives, you blame your people at work, you blame everybody, but you forget to point the finger at yourself like, okay, for me to be where I am today, who's the cause? How did I contribute to me being here? And be honest with yourself, you know, and be honest with yourself. Tell yourself where you messed up and be like, okay, what can I do to fix that? And get on it right away. Get on it right away. I'll be back after appointment. All right, honey. Thank you for keeping me company here. I really appreciate it. I think Kwame left. Kwame must have left. But yes, thank you for those who are able to come here and keep me company as we talk about the importance of investing in ourselves. You have to make that money, yes, go do that extra overtime, yes, but you have to remove another 10% and invest on yourself. If you don't want to find yourself doing the same thing in the next 3, 4, 5 years, if you want to get ahead, invest in yourself. Go to a seminar, go to a conference, take whatever classes that you think will get you ahead. If you need to learn a new skill, learn it. Invest in yourself. Do yourself a favor, okay? Reduce the amount of money that you're sending home and put some of that money in yourself first. All righty. Thank you, good people. I can't believe the time is gone here. Hey, Cynthia, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. I guess because I haven't come to class for a couple weeks now. But it's good to see you here. I haven't seen you on this page before, but glad to have you here. And I thank you. I thank you. It takes real courage to come and show up on a page like this. It takes real courage because you really don't know where this is gonna go, who's gonna see this. But my only hope and prayer is that whoever gets to see it, it makes a difference in their life. That one person, that's all that matters. If he can encourage somebody, if he can help that one person to change their course in life and make things better for themselves and for the whole family, that's all that matters to me. All righty. Thank you so much. I will see you guys next week. All right. I got to jump in a meeting right now. And so that time management comes in, right? I just don't want to overextend while some other people are waiting for me on the other end. Otherwise, you guys have a good weekend. Y'all stay blessed, and I'll see you again next week. Until then, keep on investing in yourself. Bye bye.